What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Cardaclysm, a game that's actually kind of like, they're similar as an old Magic the Gathering game that, for whatever reason, I'm having a brain fart right now and I can't remember it. But there's an old Magic the Gathering game that was like an RPG where you collect a deck and you kind of like play through an open world and you collect items that help you out in your games and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of it right now. I referenced it a few episodes ago when we played a different summoning game. But Cardaclysm is a card-based summoning game where you play an archmage who has a deck. It's very much like if you've ever read any of the Magic the Gathering books, like the actual novels or whatever, it's sort of like that. It's the way that world is visualized. Like, you're not actually having cards, you are actually a wizard, i.e. a summoner, a diviner, all that kind of stuff, but like the spells are represented as cards, and as you go through the game, you're going to collect more cards, you're going to upgrade them, you're going to find items and gear that help you out along your trek. And so anyways, this game is in early access right now. You can check the game out down below. They've got a well-developed roadmap, and they have been pumping out some updates. I've had it sitting in my library now probably for like a couple of months, and I've been waiting for it to develop a little bit before I did a video on it. But anyways, the game has a cold open, so I couldn't figure out any other way than starting off in the game right here. But there is an opening cinematic that I feel like you guys probably want to see. So we'll go ahead and do that real fast, and then we'll start the game on up.
You thought you could control us. You thought we would bow down before your will. Now run.
So there you go. We opened some kind of book, as wizards tend to do, that we're definitely not supposed to open, and now we're being chased all throughout the realms by monsters. The UI is pretty simple as of right now. We have golden runes. This is effectively all the energy that we have in combat. And then we have spirit orbs, or like soul orbs, which we can use to summon creatures and stuff once we get into fights. It's actually got a little bit in common with the Bard's Tale, almost a little bit tiny bit. You ever play the Bard's Tale that was on like the PS2? You summoned monsters and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of references in this game. So anyways, we can summon a creature. There's our direwolf right there. He has been summoned into the fray, and we can use him to attack this disgusting scorpion over here. His tail doesn't even look right, dude. He's got like a weird Scorpo tail, dude. It worries me. I'm going to end my turn. He's going to take a damage. Whenever your creature attacks for the first time it takes damage, it will retaliate. So our wolf is poisoned right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to attack that one more time, and then we're going to cast the Flame Spark spell in order to take him out. And so there it is. The enemy has been vanquished with all of the bloom and lens flare effects that we can possibly muster. Looks like we got another direwolf, and we got a soul orb, so that's the good stuff right there. We have an encyclopedia up here. You can take a look at pretty much every single card inside of your deck. It's giving you a rundown right now of all the cards that we're going to have. So you have the rune cost right there, the soul cost. We have the rarity of the card right here. We also have the affinity that the card has, so this is a fire critter. Card name, it's got its skills, so in this case it's poison. That means every single turn, whatever it hits is going to take an extra damage just from the poison. We've got our attack damage and our health right there. Pretty simple, pretty easy to put together. Let's go kill another scorpion. My crusade against scorpion kind will never end. We can drag our direwolf right there, and this game also has an upgrading system. So if you have one card and an identical duplicate of that card, you can drag and drop it on top of that card and pay the cost again in order to make a super version of that monster. So there you go. We dealt 3 damage on out, and he's got a little bit more tanky ability before this gets nastier. I can also throw a Flame Spark out. I might as well do that now so that he can kill it on the next turn. Otherwise, this fight is just going to drag, dude. It's going to take forever. We are taking poison damage right now, but I think we should be able to suffer the wrath of all of these monsters before our monster goes down. If we take any damage whatsoever, we die. Luckily, they can't deal any damage to us whatsoever until they get through our thick, beefy line of critters that we're summoning out front. So, you know, something to keep in the back of your head. I got a Flame Spark right there. We can move forward, and we can upgrade that Flame Spark. I haven't gotten the ability to do it just yet because technically we're inside the tutorial right now. This creature right here paralyzes whatever it hits, which means it can stun lock. This is actually, I've had this card playing this game in my deck before, and this card right here is really, really good. Like, it can single-handedly, like, stun lock entire teams by itself. It's pretty good. So in this case, the game is orchestrating and saying that, like, hey, you should summon 2 creatures instead of 1 so that you don't get stun locked. I'm also going to throw out a Flame Spark right there because why not? I've got the extra mana. We'll go ahead and bite that dude in the face. We're going to bite this dude in the face. There we go. Perfect. The bites have been levied. My doggos have done their duty. He unfortunately got paralyzed on the way through, but you know what? It's okay because we're just going to power straight on back, knock this dude into the walls, and then take his spider treasure. We got the Tiny Biter. This is actually kind of an underrated card right here. I kind of like this little guy. He's got an ability called Evade. It means that he always dodges the first attack he takes on any turn. And he's got 2 attack, which means this little dude can be used to eat up somebody's retaliation. That's particularly dangerous. You can use him to tank, albeit very, very briefly, and like buy you a turn. He's got like tactical uses. And then we found the spell book as well. The spell book, it's going to allow us to upgrade cards, so we have an option right now. We could keep the 2 Direwolves inside of our deck, and they are cheap, and they're easy to play. Or we can combine them to get the Super Wolf that we can just play from our hand without having to double pay in order to do that upgrade. There's an argument to be made in either direction for upgrading versus leaving them separate, but I'll leave that up to you. You can figure that out as you play the game. We can upgrade our Flame Spark as well by dragging that onto Flame Spark. And so, like, the tutorial wants me to do that right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's now a Fire Burst. We'll go ahead and close that on off. You can read downgrade cards. It said it on the screen right there, but I haven't played around with downgrading cards yet. We've got a key. We've got a few more runes. We've got ourselves another Soul Orb. Feeling pretty good about this situation. Let's walk on down the spooky stairs over here and fight another giant, ridiculous spider. I've got 4 damage right there right now, so I'm going to play it. I kept these guys separate, so I'm going to double play wolves right here. Double play wolves right here. There we go. All better. Sometimes I gotta repeat myself in order for a game to take me seriously. I would like to see the camera action kind of varied up a little bit right here. So this is a very static way to represent combat. The sound effects are also very quiet and they don't have a lot of impact to them. I found that as I go through gaming and I get older in the gaming scene, I've learned to appreciate sound design more and more and more for the selling of the overall quality of a product. Like, I really, really like it when, like, you've got a guy with a mace and you hit somebody and it's like clunk, and you get that really satisfying noise. With the dogs, you wanted to get that, like, that satisfying, like, ooh, ow, you know, when they jump on in there making snarly noises, and then you get, like, a ripping, tearing sound for when they do the damage. I do think the sound design could be a little bit better, but maybe that's planned for later on in the development cycle. I wouldn't know because I'm not in tune with the developers. But anyways, I do think that the sound design as of right now is a little bit light, and it could be a little bit better. But there it is. We've actually squirreled out yet another victory against another meaningless mook mob. Let's go ahead and we got the Scorpion, actually. We got the mob that we just killed, and we've added it to our deck. There's a few more runes right there. I don't want to upgrade my Direwolf. I would rather not, please. Like, I know you're trying to force me to do this, but, like, I would rather keep them separate. I'm the kind of person that I would play, like, when I played Magic the Gathering, I played green swarm decks. You know, I played, like, slither decks. Or sliver decks, or whatever those things were called. Like, I played all kinds of, like, weird decks like that that had a lot of stuff on the field at the same time, because I enjoyed that playstyle. I found it to be a lot of fun. I also played Zerg in StarCraft. Like, I just like having large unit caps. I don't know what it is about having a ton of, like, weak, but, like, I don't know what it is about having units that are weak, but you have, like, thousands of them that appeals to me, but I've always really enjoyed that playstyle. Unfortunately, in the tutorial right now, they're forcing me to turn this into an Ice Wolf. And so, like, it kind of is what it is. It's a little bit of a bummer. The reason I didn't want to do that is because it actually doubles the cost. There's no savings here. I do think that there should be, like, some level of savings for upgrading. So, like, if you keep them separate, you are afforded more tactical options, and your deck doesn't run out faster. I think if you combine them, you do get a more powerful monster out of it, but I think you should save, like, 1 or 2 runes, basically, for doing that, because you've lost tactical options. You now have 1 powerful monster instead of 2 variable monsters that can attack 2 separate targets. I'm a bigger fan of keeping things unupgraded, in my own opinion, but, you know, we'll play the wolf right there. These guys steal my runes every time they attack, so I might as well spend all my runes right now and not worry about it. We'll go ahead and slice and dice 2 of them, so both of the goblins are down now. That guy's going to attack me. There goes the last of my runes, but with the retaliation, we've made our way through the fight with no damage taken. What do we have here? We've got the Thief and 2 more runes. Okay, I like the way that the cards are animated. I very much like that, how the cards actually, like, move, and, like, you can see this guy's hood blowing in the breeze. Like, I like that part of it. There's some more runes over here. I'll definitely take those. There's another soul, too. We could absolutely use that. A couple more runes, and then we've got another fight on this side. Okay, so with the fight on this side, we got to decide what we want to do here. I would suggest... So I've got 30. That'll leave me with 14 right there, which will leave me with 8. I can throw out that right there. He's now down. I can put out the biter. I can kill him right this second. And then with the biter, I can attack right there, and he's not going to take the retaliatory attack. It's just going to, like, fly straight over his shoulder. Unfortunately, the little guy got wrecked on the next turn up, but that's the way she goes sometimes, Rick. That's the way she goes. We are going to take some damage right here, a little bit of a fair scuffing, but I think we should pull it off just by the skin of our teeth with 1 HP still remaining, like the summoner god that we are. We've got another Scorpid, and we've got another soul right there. It's going to force me to upgrade the Scorpid right here as part of the tutorial. Didn't want to do that either. Like I said, I prefer Swarm decks, and we are going to carry this deck into the part of the game that follows the tutorial, which is kind of a bummer. So I was sort of hoping that, like, I could kind of diversify a little bit, but I guess not. We got to kill the boss real fast. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Shouldn't be too many problems with that. And then once we've killed the boss, I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to play the biter, and I'm going to play the thief. The biter is going to absorb this guy's retaliation so that my thief can go in and he can steal 4 gold from this guy so that I can summon the wolf. And that right there was the pro play, my friends. That's called comboing your way to victory. Unfortunately, my poor little biter has been annihilated. He made an adorable squeaky noise on his way out. But, you know, sometimes squeaky noises aren't enough to keep you alive. This final chest right here in the tutorial, we've got ourselves the Arid Mesh Weaver. This thing is amazing. I really like that spider. And now, a giant critter has spawned from a portal, and he's going to chase us around the map until we either fight him or we leave the map. I'm going to come over here, and there's a reason this is all one big loop around on this side. Come on, big buddy. Come on, big buddy. Come on out this way. All right, I'm going to juke him, and I'm going to need time to get the door open over here. So until I get the door open, we're pretty much stuck. Come on. Opens the door. Giant death skeleton coming my way. Thank you. And so now we're actually into the game proper. This is going to be the actual beginning of the game right here as we go into this jungle map. We found an inventory item. This makes everything cost, it makes everything have 1 HP on the first turn when we summon it. So it makes everything have +1. The game is randomly generated, so this is not the same map that I got the last time I played the game. When I was playing through just testing things out to kind of learn the way that the game functions, I had a completely different map with things in completely different spots. So keep that in mind as well. I'm going to play the Mesh Weaver because I like the Mesh Weaver. I'm going to play the Ice Wolf because I like the Ice Wolf. This guy's got evade, so we don't want to go after him first. Instead, we want to stun this guy right here. And then we want to eat up his evade about as soon as possible. We're obviously going to get stung back in retaliation, but, you know, it's the way she goes sometimes. He does not get paralyzed, by the way, on his follow-up attacks. So keep that in mind. He only gets paralyzed, like, when he's directly attacking somebody. So, like, we're not going to be able to benefit from that special ability on our retaliatory attacks. That would just make him absurdly overpowered. We've got a Poishroom right here. It's got poison, and it regenerates, and it is tough. It's actually got 4 damage and 6 HP. Not too bad. That's a spicy little card right there. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. What does this little tab do right here? Oh, it's my quest log. Defeat my enemies in this realm. That means you, turtle. That's right, Tortuga. I'm coming after you. All right, so we've got an Arid Mesh Weaver up. Do I want to make the same play that I made last time? Does that guy have armor? He does not have armor. Okay. I am going to take some chances over here. Actually, I should have paralyzed it first. I think that was a misplay. It's okay. We should be all right, although I wouldn't be against picking up some more runes, dude. I would be totally stoked about getting some runes right about now. And then we'll just stun lock this guy down. That's one of the reasons why this card is so powerful, is because he can just lock down an opponent for the entire fight, and that dude has no chance of coming back. We've got a Treant Guard. 3 damage, 7 HP, and regeneration. It seems like we've got a pretty good druid deck going right now. What is this over here? What does this do? Next creature you summon has +1 attack. Well, there's runes up here, and I want them very, very badly, so I'm going to come get these runes. Choose the cards you want to discard from your starting hand. You can discard the Fireburst. Got the Tiny Biter. Okay. All right. I think I may play that play that I played in the tutorial to see if I can eke out another summon. So we'll attack right there. He'll attack right here. That'll give us 4 more runes to play around with. And then we can put in the Scorpion Striker. And that should give us like an overwhelming advantage against these enemies. These archers hit really, really hard, so I don't like to take any chances with them. They're squishy, but they hit like a truck. And so you kind of got to like plan your entire strategy around how many attacks the archer is going to get by doing addition inside your head noodle. We've got Blood Oath. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay. What I really wanted was the runes. That was pretty much all that I cared about, was picking up the runes up here. Anything that increases my overall resources per combat is something that I'm trying to focus on. We've got a helmet over here. What does the helmet do? Restores 1 health to all of your creatures at the end of each turn. Oh my god, that's so strong. I love the way the graphics change too. That's definitely one of the things that I look for in any given game, is that like I really, really like it when your character changes his appearance based on the gear that you have. I'm going to begin the fight with just this hand because I do want to play around with these guys. I haven't had any chance to play around with any of these forest critters, and I like the idea of like creatures that regenerate, especially since they should be regenerating for 2 at the end of every turn. There you go. Chew that dude up. Perfect, dude. We OTK'd him. That's what I like to see. A quick, ugly scrum. Hey, another Poishroom. Nice, dude. Okay, so we've got the other Poishroom. Maybe we should upgrade this? Oh, they're already at max level, so they can't be combined. Okay. Fair enough. I respect it. We've got some more runes over here. I definitely want the runes. And then we've got a red key over on this side, too. We'll have to figure out what door the red key goes to. I've got a sneaking suspicion that it will more than likely be a red door. Well, you know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know what they say about making assumptions. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. It's actually got a Heroes of Might and Magic kind of feeling to it, I guess, as well. Another artifact, huh? What is that? A Sylvan Cloak. It will give me a sapling into my creature deck. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. It gave me like a little tacit right there that goes on my butt flap. Nice. Okay, I can live with it. We've got kind of like a Skittle Bag Sauron thing going on right now. But stylistically, I feel like it's working. Where was the door at? Ah, there's the little bridge that I was looking for. But yeah, it does look like there's some copy pasta on the tiles. I'd like to see that go away as time goes along, too. Give me your Tiny Biter, and you can choose a Frost Goblin. So he's got Frostbite 2, and he steals money. I do like that idea. Yeah, why not, dude? I'm fine with that. I'll trade you my Tiny Biter. He hasn't, like, he's good for eating up retaliatory attacks, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like he's the linchpin of my overall strategy. I don't feel like I need him that badly. I am fine. That hand is cool. I can live with it. We're going to put out this guy right here. We're going to use him to stun Arena somebody. I can take out this goblin as well. He's actually pretty strong. I didn't realize his stats were so good. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll paralyze that guy right there. We'll throw out like 4 damage just to make sure he doesn't get a retaliation. We stole 2 units right there, and if I can get these guys just steamrolling, yeah, if I can keep stealing currency, I think that may actually turn into being like a valid strategy of just stealing currency over and over and over again until you are strong and powerful. Like, it'll allow you to get much more things out on the field than you would previously. Like, as it stands right now, you kind of play your 1 or 2 cards and then it's over. Let's see here. Forest Sprite gains a 1/1 whenever I cast a spell. I don't really have that spell heavy of a deck. I do wish I could pass on some of these cards because they're going to bloat up my hand draw. We do get the opportunity to get rid of stuff, but, you know. Let's see. We got 20 left. Yeah, I'll put out the Poishroom. Why not? Poishroom, go do your dealio, bro. There we go. We'll deal some damage to him. Give him a little bit of poison. We'll attack over here to kill that guy off. Since this dude has already used up his retaliation, we can attack right there. He's probably going to go after my littlest dude. I noticed that the AI sort of focuses on taking out whoever they can. So I think the AI prioritizes kills over everything else. So whoever has the lowest HP tends to be the one that soaks a lot of hits. We got a bee right there. He's actually just a better version of the biter that we had. So actually, I don't feel that terrible about the trade. Uh-oh, that's not good. I don't exactly know where I'm going right now. Like, I don't know where the exit is. And we are also, like, trapped. I think it's going to take him a minute to get on over here. But we need to find the exit. And I think finding the exit somewhat soon would be a smarty boy big brain plan. Do I have a map or anything that I can use? Yeah, I honestly have, like, no idea where the exit portal's at. Oh, there's a gate thing right here. Gotcha, dude. I didn't even see that. Okay, so yeah, let's just run from this guy. This guy seems like he really wants to hurt me, and he's kind of terrifying. I haven't fought him yet. It says that you can fight him. I don't know if you can win. But it says you can fight him. I don't know if it's a fight that's intended to be, like, winnable, or if he's like, oh, what's going on in here? Okay, what's up with you guys? Hail, adventurer, I need a brave soul to recover this item for me. For your trouble, you'll get an uncommon card. All right, sounds good. Who else has stuff going on? Looks like there's a goblin down in the basement. Let's go see what's going on with him. What does the goblin look like? Let's see here. If you give me those two, I will give you Corrupted Blast. I like those two cards, though. Yeah, let's live life on the edge. We have 25 minutes to play the game, you know what I mean? Let's play around. Let's take risks that I normally would not take. All right. Well, we've got a quest, so let's head back on out. I want to stay in it to win it, man. I enjoy the combat in this game. I definitely think they could make the animations a little bit more impactful and the sound effects a little bit more impactful, but I like what they've got going thus far. Like, it's clear to me that the project is early on in development. But that being said, oh nice, my spells cost less next battle. What is that right there? An artifact and a key. Okay, this time I'm going to try to suss out where the door is before the giant death monster starts chasing me. The Plates of Light restores 2 health to all your creatures at the end of each turn. So we're restoring 3 health to each of our creatures at the end of each turn. That's pretty rad. Instead of the Stinger, we can trade that for a Scorpid. Oh, it's gone forever, dude. I wanted to check and see. Okay, I'm glad I didn't take the trade then, because I definitely wanted to level up my Scorpion Striker, and I'm pretty sure you need one of the same type. I guess I could have started accumulating them earlier, but, you know, that's what I wanted to check, because I couldn't remember if my Scorpion was upgraded or not. What is this over here? We got a bunch of buffs running right now. Our next fight should be pretty simple. I wonder if you can save these buffs for when the big guy shows up, and then pop them all, so that you can use them to fight the big guy. Hey, more mana. That's what I like to see. A Highmoor Guard. Okay. I don't really want you in my deck anymore. I don't feel like you're that useful. I've got my Stingy Boy over here. However, everything is ridiculously expensive right now. I did want to try out that AoE. I felt like the AoE was a cool idea. But let's put in the Mesh Weaver and the bee. The Mesh Weaver will kill him. The bee will kill him. And that just leaves us with the wolf to deal with. And the wolf really doesn't have that much attack power, so I'm not that worried about it. Pretty easy peasy fight right there. Alright, another chest. What do we have? Another dire wolf. Actually, this allows me to test. Okay, so yeah, you actually need to convert the card over to an ice wolf, and then you combine it again. Okay, that's fine. That's definitely the mechanic that I wanted to check into with our Scorpid earlier, but I wasn't sure exactly how it would work. We got another little dude over here. There's the exit gate right there. I'm going to flee real fast just to see what's off in this direction. I want him to be the last guy. Hey, we found the Innkeeper's artifact. Nice, so we're going to get a rare card. Yeah, I don't hate that hand. I think that hand could work, especially if I play the bee and then I play this guy the exact same way that we played our last strategy. So the bee will attack you. What does deadly mean? Instantly kills any creature it damages? Oh my goodness. Okay, you gotta go. You are a liability. You gotta be the first one to go. And that allowed us to get our Orb Weaver up. Is that a kitten? Dude, I don't want to kill the kitten. Oh, dude, the game is forcing my hand. I absolutely do not want to slay a kitten live on the internet, but apparently the game has seen fit to make a kitten one of the enemies that I am brushing up against right now. Oh, and he made a sad noise when he died, too. Why do you gotta hurt my soul like that, developers? Why you gotta do me like that, dude? I love kittens. They're the best. An Ice Bolt gives Frostbite 1. What does Frostbite do? Let's see here. Attacked creatures lose 1 attack until the next turn. Frostbite cannot reduce attack below 1. Oh, that's what happened. The cat put Frostbite on us. Okay. Sounds good. But yeah, this is Cardaclysm. I hope you guys enjoyed your stay here at the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pot to find what's worthwhile every single day in the world of indie gaming so you don't have to. Check this game out down below. It's in early access. If you don't want to get it, you could always wishlist it. That helps the developers out while at the same time allowing you to keep sort of a fair weather view of how the game is developing. And that's pretty much all I've got. I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Thank you for being here.